In this video, we're going to talk about whether or not this is the apocalypse and what that means. The word apocalypse does not mean the end of the world. If you look it up, it's actually Greek for uncovering, the disclosure, the revealing. The book of Revelations is about the revelation, the revealing of something. So are we in the apocalypse? The truth is, there is no the apocalypse. There is an apocalypse, and there are many apocalypses, and yes, we are totally in one. We are in a point in time where everything is being revealed. That's pretty clear, I think. I think all the truth is coming to the surface right now. As a collective, we're learning that the media has been lying to us. The government has been lying to us. All the corruption that's been going on. Things like certain court cases that I can't name because it's not YouTube friendly are disclosing all the horrible, horrible atrocities that have been going on for a very long time regarding children. So it's probably pretty obvious to you that this really is an unveiling of truth, a very long hidden, deep truths that's transforming the world very quickly and very intensely. What gets us is when we start going down this rabbit hole where we start to think that it might be the end of the world and that all of this is leading us to some sort of demise, where we look at things that are written in, let's say, the Bible, and we assume that the Antichrist is coming to basically just destroy the world and destroy us all. I was one of you. I was very much one of the many who have been going down that road where I started to get paranoid and started to put things together. TikTok has been the worst place to be. It's very addictive, and the algorithm gives you more of the same that it thinks you want, and what you tend to watch addictively tends to be fear-mongering stuff. And they're also scaring the living daylights out of you. So you want answers. You want to know what's happening. You want to know how you can prepare. And the problem with that is that it's coming from a fear-based mindset. If you want to know the truth, you have to align with the truth. And the truth is a love-based frequency. So when you're aligning yourself with a fear-based frequency, you're aligning yourself with lies or mistruths. So even though all these things, these videos, these books or whatnot seem to be putting a really well put together point across where it's showing you that, no, you don't understand, this is the end of the world, the Antichrist is coming and all this stuff. In truth, that is just a perspective. Let's take the Bible, for example. The Bible is a set of different writings from different people, and it was put together by certain humans that decided what gets to go into this book called the Bible. And at a certain period in time, there was Emperor Constantine that decided that he had an agenda to pull the pagans into Christianity, not because he believed in what Christ preached, but because he wanted to control people. And so he decided which books, which writings would be in the book and which wouldn't. Things were edited. Things were translated and poorly translated, and then translated again from that. So oftentimes, and even now when we read them, we can project our own beliefs and understandings onto what we're reading. A lot of these things are not very clear, straightforward writings. So we project a meaning onto them. That's why there's so many people trying to decipher it. And when they're trying to decipher it, it means that the meaning is not straightforward and it's subject to bias. So if you align yourself with truth, everything becomes more clear. So in my own experience, I was on TikTok, started getting pulled into this rabbit hole, and then all of a sudden I shifted from my normal love and light, optimistic, we are the matrix mentality to one of fear and paranoia and how are we going to prepare for the end? The end is coming. Let's all move into the woods with a bag of rice and beans and learn some bushcraft because we're all going to die. So that is not really what's going on. That was what I could see through the lens of fear. But like I said, when you want to know the truth, you have to align with the truth. And the truth is a frequency of love. So you have to be in a state of love and a state of peace and an open heart to be able to hear what the truth is. When you're in fear, you see the world through that lens, you attract information that's aligned with that frequency of fear, and you're going to get more reasons to be afraid. When you align with the truth, when you align with that frequency of love and peace and an open heart, you remember what you already knew. You remember that none of this is really real, man. It's all just frequency. It's all just energy. We are all energy. We're just vibrating and creating this illusion of what is solid reality. And it's been proven multiple times with multiple different types of scientific studies by multiple people, scientists, doctors, and so on, in ways that we can test it ourselves and validate the information a lot of the time. That we have a direct effect on our reality, not just individually, but collectively. We as a collective create this reality. So when we decide that it's the end of the world, we're creating more of that in our experience. And when more people around us get into that vibration, they're creating more of that in their collective experience, and that becomes exponential. So we want to take control of our reality, and we want to create the world that we want to see. I will never tell you that the only way to deal with the world is to shove your head in the sand and sit in meditation for the rest of your life. Does meditation help? Does it provide miracles? Yes. But do we need to take action? Also very much yes. The question is, what kind of action? What actions are you going to take? We know that we're in a time of choice, that we need to make a choice individually and collectively. But what is the choice that we're making? Are we choosing between whether or not we're going to physically fight or we're going to physically perish? Is that really the choice? Because that's not what I see. The choice that I see is about whether or not we're going to take back our own power or to give it up permanently. And taking back our own power does not mean that we have to take certain actions over other actions. We are the reality that we live in. We individually are the cells of the body of this whole matrix, of the reality. Everything that we do, think, believe, feel, all of that, that is the microcosm of the macrocosm of the world that we live in. We are literally projecting onto the system of the matrix what reality should be by what is within us. When we become an example of the world that we want to live in, then everything on the outside of us changes. So am I telling people that they need to spiritually bypass, which we'll get into in another video what that is? Am I suggesting that people be passive? That they just allow the powers that be to do whatever and just feel good and think happy thoughts and everything will be okay? No, that's not what I'm saying. I do believe that we need to take action, but that action doesn't have to be what is being hyped up a lot of the time, being fear-mongered to us as the only alternative. Those concepts are concepts of disempowerment. That energy of aggression and all of that, it is being hyped as some sort of empowerment, going to pick up arms and going to just do something to fight. It feels like, or it's being promoted as some kind of empowerment, but what it is in reality is a disempowerment. And I'm not saying that we don't need physical action in that regard sometimes, defensively. But offensively is an energy of fear. It's an energy of disempowerment, because you're basically saying to the world, you're saying to the matrix that you have no power, and the only way to get your power back is to go and hurt someone or destroy something. And that is just another projection of what is being given to us that we're trying to change. Because true reality isn't about a physical fight between two sides. All of that is the illusion. That's what we've been brainwashed to think. That's how we've been brainwashed to believe the world works. We've been brainwashed to think we have no power, and therefore the only way to go get our power is to go be physically, words that I would probably say and use if I wasn't on YouTube right now. But the truth is that we have all the power. We have always had all the power. The problem, the reason we've been trapped, the reason we've been victimized has been because we either didn't know or we forgot. And in that belief that we are not powerful, that we have no power, that other people have power over us, that belief caused us to give our power away. We gave it away. So when we want to take our power back, all we have to do is remember that we've always had it, and then use it. And we use it by becoming what we want to see in the world. So is this the apocalypse? Yes. This is an unveiling of truth, all truth. Truth in the macrocosm of the world, but more importantly, the truth within. The truth about ourselves that we've hidden from the world and hidden from ourselves. The truth about our relationships and how we connect to each other. All of that is coming to the surface. And people who refuse to look at it are having the hardest time. And when we look at it, when we face ourselves, yes, it sucks in the moment, but it gives us the opportunity to understand ourselves, to understand why we feel that way. Why is that pain there? Why is that trigger there? Why is that trauma there? And then to heal it, and then through that process, purge it from ourselves completely. And then from a new place, a healed place, a place of a better, deeper understanding of ourselves, then we can properly choose who to be, who we want to be, what we want to represent, what we want to bring into the world. And then through becoming that is how we change the world. We change ourselves, we change the world from within, and then that's projected without. Thank you for watching this video. If you want a one-on-one session with me, I'm going to link that where to book in the description, as well as the first pinned comment. Thank you very much.